number one question I'm just posing right now is why did you start your business? And I know for me, like the reason I started my business was I just hated where I worked. I was in one place for a very long time, loved it, and I outgrew it. Didn't hate it there. I actually was very upset when I left. I went to another place and I discovered that accountants really are boring people. Not all of them, because I got some really cool accountant friends out there. A few mentions like Natalie Lennon, Sarah Lawrence. Amar, you get a mention too, man. Like, they're awesome guys. Some of the biggest events I love doing is catching up with these guys. And I love hanging out with people in business, and particularly my accountant friends. But why? With so many people, like, they start a business usually because they just hated what they were doing and they know they could do so much more, right? And I think that and no offense to anyone who's an employee, I think employees have a place. Like, some people are just not geared to being business owners. And I see that quite often, and all my accountant friends would back me up on that, right? But being a business owner, I find that anyone who's in that big sort of job, like where they're an employee, don't really tend to get it. It's just this whole wanting to build something. But I want to ask you guys, what was the intention? Why did you start your business? What was it? And as much as something like, for example, for me, the reason it drove me there was wanting to do more and because I hated being an employee. The big reason that might be what it got me there, but what kept me going? And the question is for you guys is what kept you going and what is the ultimate goal of being a business owner? Now, I get that the external environment out there is really hard. There's always challenges and stuff being thrown at you, but as much as those outside forces might be there, usually 20% of that or 25% of that is the reason why businesses fail. The other 75% of the reason businesses fail is because they don't really understand why they were to start with, why they started there to start with, why is it they got themselves there running a business. Second of all is not understanding how to be a business owner. Now, you know what? You'd think that being an accountant means automatically I'm great at business. No. Accounting is the theory of documenting what happened in the past. Everyone in business has to learn how to be a business owner and has to learn all the basic concept of being a business owner. So the question I want to ask you guys is, why did you start a business? And what are those concepts that you had to learn to be a successful business owner? And what are you struggling in? What do you want to know more about? Share your comments down below.